Hola, bonjour, ciao, ni hao, and hello. This is Dead Fred 821, also known as Ricky Brown, and welcome to my channel. Today, I have accepted the nitrogen cycle challenge. So, what is the nitrogen cycle? Well, it's just that. It's the cycle that nitrogen goes through in the many different compounds that it exists in on land, sea, and air. Nitrogen is the most abundant gas in the atmosphere, and it can be poisonous to most living beings, both humans and animals alike. So what happens when you keep an animal in an enclosed environment? Well, you got to clean that environment constantly in some way, shape, or form so that they're not poisoned by the buildup of this nitrogen or the nitrogen compounds. Today we'll be talking about the nitrogen cycle in our aquariums because that's one of many closed environments we keep our animals in. In an aquarium, nitrogen is produced in many ways. It could be produced by dead or decaying matter, like dead plants or dead animals, or it could be produced by the food that they don't consume. It's also produced when an aquatic animal releases their waste. This waste, along with the dead and decaying matter, becomes ammonia, or NH4. Naturally occurring bacteria called nitrosomonas will then consume the ammonia, producing nitrites as their waste, or NO2. More bacteria called Nitrobacter then consume that waste and they produce nitrates as their waste, or NO3. Now, both Nitrobacter and Nitrosomonas require oxygen because they're basically oxidizing the nitrogen compounds that they consume. Nitrites are highly toxic to most aquatic animals, and without dissolved oxygen in water, it'll kill those animals. Nitrates are less toxic, however, in high levels, they'll also kill the animals. This is why we do water changes when we're keeping aquatic pets. Now, if we keep plants in our aquarium, the cycle will continue because these plants are able to consume the ammonia, the nitrites, and particularly the nitrates, and this gives them nutrition. The cycle then completes when these plants are either consumed and released as waste, or they die and become decaying matter. This puts nitrogen back to the beginning stages of the cycle as ammonia, or NH4. It's safe to say that if you have a proper plant-to-animal ratio, that you don't need water changes or even filtration, and it could be completely omitted from the maintenance of your aquarium. However, this can be a delicate balance depending on what plants and what animals you use. Plus, filtration and water changes are usually utilized in the beginning stages of setting up this environment anyway. I hope this helps you understand the nitrogen cycle in your aquarium. I would encourage you to look further into how the nitrogen cycles through environments, because the cycle is not limited to the aquatic environment only. And understanding how nitrogen cycles through your environment can help you in keeping any type of life, whether it be an animal or a plant. I was told that when I accepted the nitrogen cycle challenge that there was no prize for competing. However, I beg to differ, because the more people that participate in this challenge, the more education will spread about the nitrogen cycle. And in the words of the great Derek Brown, education is life, learning without limits. Education has no limits, therefore it is infinite. With that being said, I hope somebody was educated by this today. You have a blessed day. Peace.